how to turn my life around. I think it's the wrong way to look at what you want to have happen for you in your life, my friend. You really don't need to turn anything around except perhaps your eyes. And when I say that, I mean turn your eyes or your focus inward. What happens is that life, like a tornado, spins us around with all of the different obligations and belief systems, ideas, demands that the world places on us. Parents, school, government, jobs, all of these things spin us around. And we get lost in it. Just like you could imagine if you got picked up by a tornado. I mean, you're turning upside down, flipping around, things are hitting you from all over, all different angles, there are tragedies. Just imagine this craziness. This is the life that we end up living in. But there is a place where you can come back in contact with the true you, with your essence, with the peaceful, calm center, which is the eye of that storm. You see, and from that place, using that same metaphor, that place of the peace, calm center, eye of that storm, because from that place you can see, because you're stepping back and you can see the whirlwind of school and basketball and girlfriends and jobs and parents and grades spinning all around you as you stand firm in your place of solitude, of peace, of non-movement. You're being unmoved. You're just watching. So to say turn around your life, in many ways people take that to mean, how can I alter, change out, switch out the different elements of the tornado that I'm in? What I'm asking you to do is to learn how to step out of the tornado. Do you see? So turning around isn't a switching of the content of the tornado. It is a getting out of the tornado, moving inward to the eye. Very different also than stepping out of the tornado completely. Stepping out of the tornado completely would mean that you're not in the eye, you're separate from the tornado and the tornado is doing its thing. I think that's a less resourceful way, and what that would look like is basically someone who checks out. Someone who's like, you know, I just can't handle this, I don't want to do it. I talked about the Matrix the other day. This is someone who basically says, you know what, I'm just not going to do this, and I don't know, you end up traveling the world begging for food. That's cool, that's interesting. I think it's a little bit of a cop-out, because if we learn how to navigate that tornado, just imagine how much more powerful you are as a human being, because there are all the elements. I mean, they're good, they're cool things. You know, making money is cool, having a girlfriend is cool, pleasing your parents is cool, getting good grades is cool. Those are all cool fucking things. You don't have to put those things away. You don't have to get away from those things and step out of the tornado. You gotta step deeper into the whirlwind of your life. Look, man, you're perfect just the way you are, and we're all perfect just the way we are. It's not a matter of changing who you are or turning your life around. It's a matter of getting in touch with your essence, getting in touch with the magnificent brilliance that is you, appreciating, respecting that, and then letting that guide your life. When I say find what you love and live on your own terms, it's less of an activity, it's less of a outward activity and more of a inward journey of self-discovery, and then letting that self, as you discover it, as pieces of it emerge and you learn more about yourself, because really self-exploration, self-discovery is the most important part of this entire thing. You let it guide you. Guess what? Most of the time when you're courageous enough to follow your heart, in the beginning, and perhaps for quite some time, it's gonna be a complete fucking mess. I know this. That's why I often say, you don't take the call to adventure, you don't follow your heart, you don't do the thing that your body's telling you to do because of what you're going to get. You do it because of who you're gonna become. Right, my friend? And who did you become after experiencing that dangerous moment, by subjecting yourself to that experience that was dangerous? Because mind you, stress is stress. Regardless, there's going to be a physiological response in your body to stress, regardless if it's you're jumping out of a helicopter or you're talking to a hot girl. What kind of person were you afterwards? Animated. You were more vibrant, vital, alive, energetic, ready to go. You're becoming a stronger version of yourself because of that. And what happens is that the stress is a unique type of stress, and I've heard it described this way. Of course there's stress, and there's a physiological response to the stress, but there's a different color to distress and eustress. Distress is a kind of nagging chronic stress where you're constantly anxious because you can't pay your bills, or you'll never get the career that you want, or you'll never live up to your daddy's expectations. And you go about life with this nagging distress that ultimately leads to your demise, that just stresses you out and grows you older and more degenerated over time. Now that's the stress that most people deal with. Eustress is a completely different phenomenon. There's a physiological response in your body which is sympathetic. That's why you felt so energetic. But it's colored with euphoria because of what you're becoming. You just exercise what I believe to be the iron quality in becoming the strongest version of yourself, and that is courage. And the experience was a complete mess, but you're growing. You see, this distress makes you sick and dying. Eustress creates growth, and that's why I often say go do dangerous shit. But because I know that when you jump off that cliff and your only intention is to fly before you hit the fucking bottom, you're gonna animate all your vital resources to learn how to fly on the way down. And that's why you have to jump. You know, there's a different type of response to that cliff that a lot of people, most people, experience. And that is they stare down that cliff their entire lives until they're like 40, 45, 50, and they call this midlife crisis. This is when you've committed to all of the trappings. Notice that word trappings, trappings. Traps of the world. Now you got a family, you've got a business, you got a career, you got a boss, you got taxes. Now you can't jump, dude, because you're too trapped by the trappings of the world. Now in my book, I say you still jump. But anyway, the point is that if you stand there and you just keep looking down into that chasm, and it begins, you reach the edge of that cliff when you're 25 years old, guess what you're gonna live with for the next 25 years? Distress that kills you because you didn't jump. There's that part of you that's always tapping you. Hey dude, motherfucker, I told you to jump 20 years ago. You still didn't jump, did you? How do you feel about yourself? Well, I've got $100,000 in my bank account. Man, who gives a shit? My wife's hot. Who gives a shit? I got children to take care. Who gives a shit? You should have jumped when I told you to jump, and now you gotta live with it. Right? That's distress. Eustress would have looked like, this is fucking crazy. This doesn't make any sense. My heart is telling me to do it. Boom. And you let go into the river of life and let it carry you where it's going to carry you. And you be okay with the challenges, be okay with the failures, but you will revel in, and you will be so overjoyed by the successes, so much more than the successes of the guy who stood on the cliff and waited. All his successes are traps. You can't get away from problems. You cannot get away from problems. It's what kind of problems you want to choose. And you can choose the problems or allow the world to give you their problems with their trappings, or you could jump off that fucking cliff and create your own problem. And you know what? The thing is with those problems, you'll love them a little bit more because they're yours. You take a little bit more pride in dealing with them because it's yours. And when you overcome them, you not only receive what would seem as the gift on the end of it, which over here is we call that trappings. Over here it's really a gift. It's really the universe or God saying, congratulations, brother. You exercised your ability to grow courage, to grow commitment, to grow discipline. And now you get the gems and gifts associated with virtue, right? Sometimes it comes in the form of a nice car and a nice neighborhood. Sometimes it comes, and it usually comes, from feeling a peace of mind with yourself. You feel good about yourself. You can sleep well at night knowing that I listen to my body, I listen to my heart, I am doing the right thing for me, regardless of what all the trapped people told me. Yes, do dangerous shit. Even though the bitch might have slapped you in your face, do it again, and do it again, and do it again. Fall in love again and again and again, even if you get your heart broken every single fucking time. Learn something from each experience, because that's how your wings actually grow so you can fly. But keep doing it. Keep doing dangerous shit till the day you die.